Welcome back, folks, to Homestead Aquarius and day 19 of my Days Till Spring challenge. Wait, hold on. That was a couple of days ago, wasn't it? It was three days ago, that's right. Today is day 16. Day 16 of my Days Till Spring challenge. And looking at this, I had the 19 sitting there. This may be a good time to talk about, the looking at your resources and what you've got to work with already at hand. Today is supposed to be a very rainy day. We had a little bit of rain earlier today, and right now the weather's holding for us. Most of the rain has moved to the south, and I'll tell you, it's not the greatest day for a lot of people here in the south. We've had some terrible tornadoes come through, hit Nashville and the surrounding areas there in Tennessee. So there's a lot of heavy hearts today, and mine's right there with them. So today I'd like to dedicate today for those folks that are going through a lot of hard feeling, a lot of hurt, a lot of sad hearts right now, and the people that dedicate their lives to helping other people, our first responders, our police, our military, our fire departments, and especially our military. Today, what we've got going on with the storms, a lot of people have lost their loved ones. But every day, there's some member of our military that has lost a family, lost their loved ones, they've lost their lives. Every day that goes on, someone's always making that ultimate sacrifice for the love and respect that they show to others. Our policemen, many different people serving the public at large and the country as a whole. Even those folks that are in other countries, they're first responders and they're soldiers. So today, I want to dedicate this video to them. Won't necessarily be about that subject, but it's on my mind and my heart. And so there you go. So say a prayer for those folks, and think about them, remember them, help out if you can. And to those of you that are out there doing it, toeing the line, making those sacrifices, or knowing that you might, my hat's off to you. My heart goes out to you. Thank you so much for your service. Yeah, right now we got rain-free conditions, day 16, and I've taken what I've had here, the day 19, taken all the resources that I had right there, and just added a little bit to it to make something else. Probably didn't have to if I arranged it the right way, but when you're talking about resources, and sometimes you can use what you already have and make something else with it. Add just a little bit too, kind of like a turtle. Turtles, when they hatch out of the eggs, the little babies, they're not born with a gigantic shell. They grow that shell. They grow their home as they go. Little baby turtle, he's not gonna be able to carry around that big old shell. But if he grows it with him, he'll be strong enough, and it'll last him all his life. We should think about that and grow a little bit at a time. Not extend ourselves, not overextend ourselves too much. Try to live that minimalistic lifestyle. Now not everybody wants to do that, but so I guess I don't want to preach that everybody should. That's not my point. I try to, and it's helped me, no pun intended, especially right now, to weather out many of the storms. And to do that, I've got a small place, and I have a tiny house living situation, and it's allowed me to be mortgage free and rent free for a number of years. It's not been without its sacrifices. So anyhow, that's a good word of the day. Today I'm going to be working with my purple sweet potatoes, and I've got some of those. I've got a tub in there. I'm going to do a little cutting on and show you how to do that. Maybe if I still got good weather holding with the day that I've got left here, I'll do a little reworking on my hugel stump from a couple of episodes ago. So stay with me, and I appreciate you going through this little dedication speech here. Thanks for watching, and come with me into the greenhouse. I'll meet you there. All right, we're back in the greenhouse now. I gathered up a few things before I got started to let you know some of the things I'm going to be using. All right, we got these handy dandy snips. I put off for years getting a pair. I've got them. They're wonderful. Don't put it off. I've used scissors and knives before. There's nothing like having this for a great tool. It's a wonderful tool to use, and it'll make your life better. So, don't put it off. But if you can't, that's okay too. You do what you have. Do what you can with what you have wherever you are. I'm going to get some spring water here. The spring water I bought from a store. Got the handy bottle there, and you want to start your cuttings off with good clean water, not chlorinated water, not tap water. If you do use tap water, that's okay, but make sure that you let the chlorine evaporate out of it. Spring water or rainwater is better. And you could even drop an aspirin in there. There's several tricks out there that you can learn about how better to do your cuttings, and I can't show them to you all right now. So y'all look for that. And I've got a little jar there. This jar, we're going to put that in there. That used to be a jar for olives. And this is a Stokes sweet potato. It's a purple sweet potato. Inside and outside, it's purple. Real neat thing. Very, very good producing food. Now this will give you food two different ways. Sweet potato leaves, especially these Stokes purple sweet potatoes, these people eat. This is a good green that people love to eat. A lot of people say it tastes like spinach, and it grows very well during the warm weather. And in the greenhouse too, and in your house. This can be a house plant. We'll speak to you more about that later. How you can overwinter some things so that you've got a head start. Starting sweet potatoes, making your own slips is, kind of an art form. I think it's kind of easy. I've never done it, but I've managed to keep these going. This is only one little rooting that I got started long ago now, and it's keeping on going. I've got many of these. These were a gift of mine, or a part of a trade with a friend of mine named Timbo. He's down there in Mobile. He's a fantastic human being, wonderful man, very, very kind, humble man. And we traded out some plants, and I've been blessed ever since the first day that we spoke. Anyhow, down there in Mobile, they've got a lot of great people, and I'm going to tell you about some of those people later. Right now, I need to speed up my Southern English. I'm going to bring this in here. I'm going to take my cuttings in kind of a crude way first. I'm going to put them in here so that they can set in the water, and then I'll take them out and refine them for the cuttings I'm going to actually start. And this is also something I can show you. This is one of the ways that you can overwinter your tropical plants. Some of the things that I have in the greenhouse, I do just in this manner, and I'm going to go through that with you. They won't survive out in this part of Alabama, overwintering very well. So what I'll do is take cuttings of them and get them started in a terrarium. I'll have an in-depth look at that at a later episode. But for today, they're going to catch a bunch of cuttings for me. So I've got some of them outside, so I'll go back outside and cut those and cut a few more from different places and bring them in here. So hang on. All right. I brought in some that I just took crude cuttings out of several containers that I've got. This is a nice big one here. You'll notice that some of these are kind of burned looking. Sometimes it does get a little too hot. I don't catch it in time. Something happens and gets a little too hot in the greenhouse. I've got some ideas on how to fix that. That'll be for another episode. I think you're going to be amazed by what I've come up with. But I don't know. I hope at least you like it. When we're taking these vines, these sweet potato vines for propagation, what we want to do, I apologize if I'm talking too loud. I'm trying to hit the right mix here. We want to take the lower leaves off. This is so simple, and it's a way for you to get a jump start on spring by overwintering your plants. Now, this is one example here of how you can do this. There are other ways to make cuttings of these and other plants. I don't want you to think this is the only way. That looks like it's a good length. Now, what I'm going to do here, well, what's going to happen is there's going to be roots coming out everywhere there was one of these leaf nodes. Hopefully they'll be down here at the bottom. And what you want to do is leave just a little bit of leaves on the top. You want it to be able to photosynthesize, but not stress it out. It's got to have a little way. It doesn't have any roots, and so the roots, one thing about plants is the roots and the leaves need to be balanced, the same amount of size, kinda, in order for it to be balanced and be healthy and make it. So we're going to put that in here. And let me get another one. Now I'm going to show you something different here. And we're going to take this and cut it just above here. Wait a minute. Did I do this right? Now, let me come back over here. I'm going to take one more cut on an angle. Let me get you in here. All right. Right below that leaf node, I'm going to take a cut. Fresh cut. A lot of times it's best to do this underwater. That keeps the air from trapping in the stalk and causing little tiny air bubbles from getting in the veins. If you do it under the water, the surface tension will help keep that sealed. I'm not going to do that here, but there's a tip for you. Do your cuttings underwater, or at least your final cut below that node. If possible, it'll help you. Let's see here. Take off the bottom leaves. There we go. Now I'm going to take this, and again, let's see. Y'all bear with me. I appreciate it so far. There we go. That little node right there. Cut that angle just like that. It's real simple. Very simple. You can save out some of your plants from your garden and overwinter them. Put them in a little planter in your house. Look at here. See, that's the middle of a vine here. Just chopped off right there. Got one leaf. I'm going to leave that leaf on there and gonna give it that extra little trim right there. Drop it in. But you can save out some of your plants, overwinter them, get them in a container, bring them into your home, and let them be a house plant. And they will multiply. Give them the light that they need and the water and everything like any other house plant. And you'll have a jump, a huge jump on springtime. You won't have to go through making the potato slips. It's fun to do that, though, I'm sure. And I'm going to try that this year. All right, so this one's a little weird looking, but we're going to make the same cut, drop it in there, and I think it'll be okay. I'll make some adjustments off camera later anyhow. Let's see, that's the other part. Do I have one that I can make here? I think so. I'll take that. And there. Here. Here. Gonna leave that there and make another cut right there. Might have got that a little too close to the quick, as they say. I'm glad it ain't fingernails and it ain't screaming. Let's see. We'll cut that off. I hope you're able to see everything that I'm doing. That's going to mean a lot for the quality of these videos, I know. And I hope you can understand all my Southern English. Yeah, that's what my channel is going to be about. How to grow your plants the most natural way possible, how to live with nature, how to kill some of your plants probably, as you'll see my progress, and how to speak Southern. Well, some of y'all say, no, that's okay. And that's all right, we understand too. We can't understand half of what y'all say anyhow, but we try. Here on this earth, we've got a lot of people, and the thing is, we've got that common ground that runs beneath us. It's called the earth. We're all related. We're all connected on this earth. Never think that you're not. We're connected to everybody. Through our thoughts, through our prayers, through our deeds. All those folks out there that's doing good things, you're joining with the other people doing those things. I encourage everybody to choose what you do with your time wisely. Listen to me doing all this preaching. But share the good things in life. There's plenty of people out there sharing the bad. There we go, another cut right there. I hope y'all have been keeping count of how many of these is in here, because I haven't. And, you know, I'm old hillbilly. I might not be able to count that high anyhow. Let me see here. Get you back in here. Like that. Like that. Like that. Boom. Boom. Y'all like my music? Boom. Boom. One more. That's, you know what? I'm going to leave that leaf just like that. That's a pretty leaf. And I'm going to cut it off right there just below the node. Drop it in the jar, and it's ready to make another plant. Got one more left here. And by the time this is done, I think y'all will have enough to do this. Just rewatch my video, or go find some other videos too. You know, we all learn so much off of YouTube. The internet and YouTube is a fantastic place to share both good and bad things. I wish it was mostly or all good. We'll go another cut right there. I'm going to put it in there. Okay, that's done. And what we wind up with is a whole lot of plants that are already ready to go. These are going to take just a few days to root. Won't take them long. And they'll start growing roots. Let me see if I've got one over here that I've had in the water for a little bit. Yeah, I've got one that's pretty enough to show. I have a lot of things going on in here, and sometimes my greenhouse gets not the attention that it needs. But here's one that I got started just a few days ago, and you can see all those roots on there. This is ready to go in some soil. Notice I didn't say dirt. See, I'm learning. There we go. Got to quit all that cussing on my channel. Got to call it soil and not dirt. So anyhow, what do we got here? About 8-9 minutes long of video. Y'all don't need to keep sitting through this. So remember, when you're making these cuttings, every bit of this is edible. And again, my friend down there in Mobile named Timbo, he eats a lot of these. I can't wait to start joining him. These right here is some wonderful things. Let's see, what do we need to do? When you get these cuttings made and they're rooted, have you a supply of the things that we would normally throw away. Use these and keep yourself from, doing harm to the earth. Let's hold on to as much of these as possible. Plastic is a wonderful invention, but by George, it's an invention made to hold things. It's meant to do things for us. It's got no use in the oceans or rivers or anywhere else. Let's try to hold on to as much of it as possible, and what we get rid of, let's get rid of it responsibly and recycle it. Now, you see, that's just one thing that I made out of it. And it's not the prettiest thing, but it's doing the job, and that's what we want. That's what we're talking about. You can make your things as beautiful as you want to, or you can utilize what you've already got that's a waste stream. I won't cut that or anything. I think we're done for the day. I'm not going to go outside. I've still got plenty of daylight. I think I'll work on that off camera and maybe show you my progress tomorrow. Make that another video. These things take a while to edit and upload. As I'm finding out, it's, again, quite a challenge to make one video a day and try to give you as much quality as I can, not knowing what I'm doing behind the camera here. But remember what I spoke to you about earlier, and let's remember those folks that are going through the hard times right now with these storms and everywhere on the planet. There's storms of all kinds, and many people are suffering that we just don't know about. So that's going to be it for today. I've got more of these to cut down. Again, I brought that in from outside, all the different cuttings. Look at how many I've got. I'll make a quick update on that tomorrow probably and show you how many cuttings I've made, how many cuttings you can make, you know. And again, that's in my little bucket that I got for free. It's helped me out a lot. My tub here, still dry. Told you these things are heavy, and they are. Once I put water in it, I want it to be where it's going to be. So there's still dry beans in there, them old dry beans, as my grandmother would say, them old dry beans. But today, I hope I've shared enough tips with you to make this video worth watching. I appreciate every one of you, and I hope that I've shown you a way to save a little bit of money in a natural way as possible. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a great day on day 16 of my Days Till Spring challenge. This is what I've done today. What are y'all doing? Leave me a comment. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.